Hello everyone, welcome to Tubby Craft YouTube channel. I'm design team member Anushree and today I have a tutorial on Baby Boy Scrapbook Layout. I'm using Tubby Craft ink, stencil, stamp and acrylic block. I'll show you everything as we move forward. So let's start. I have taken an A4 size sheet and this one is from Nina. This one is premium heavy extra cardstock. I am not using a watercolor paper for this layout. This is stars and circles stencil which I am using today. This is Baby Boy stamp set. Oh, I have kept it wrong way. I have used it before this layout. Also, these are the inks which I am majorly going to use today and the acrylic block. There are few more things which we'll be needing to complete the layout. So since I am planning for watercolor, so a watercolor brush, washi tape, ribbon and some flowers. Now these flowers can be handmade as well or you can buy easily from any stationery shop or market. Let's start. First is I want to demarcate my area by keeping some portion as white. That's why I'm putting this washi tape which will give me a good idea how much area I need to cover with my design and whatever portion I need to leave as white or whatever little bit if I want to add there. So I am planning to do the area which has more. I am planning to do the watercoloring on that. I'm using lawn green dye ink and then I have just put it on the acrylic block. Add water to it and you're good to go. You can simply start adding it to the paper. When I'm adding it to the paper, I do not follow any particular rules. I just try going abstract or whatever way my brush keeps moving. Next is this lemon yellow color. Since it's a baby boy layout, so I thought I'll keep the color scheme in greens, yellows and blues. And that's why I chose this lawn green, lemon yellow and aqua blue color for this watercolor wash in the background. Some splatters will definitely look good, I'm sure. So this one was a little heavier brush. Now for the last aqua blue color, I wanted the strokes to be a little different. That's why I chose a different size of brush. Now this one is thin and is giving me different design, different strokes on the layout. I'm sure the way I'm liking how it's coming on the paper, you're also liking it. It's easy to add splatters with the same inks. The inks are pretty juicy, you can see that, and it's so easy to do all the watercoloring with that. I have done many projects with like watercoloring with Tubby Craft inks. Now the surface has got a little wet and that's why I'm using this paper towel to dry up the surface so that I do not have to wait for a very long time. Next is stenciling. So I'm using the stars and circles stencil and I have plans only to cover the right hand side and not cover completely on the layout. I'm using the snowflake paste on my stencil. You can always do, you can ink it up, you can do ink blending, you can try doing distressing or heat embossing. There are many ways to use these stencils. So today I'm using, I would say, a much easier way, which is just putting a paste through the stencil. And now you can see how nicely it comes out on all of that area. Let's remove the washi tape now and see, you can see how the demarcation has come out very neat and I do not need any line to draw there. Now I'm using this double-sided tape. Now this I'm adding because I want to add a ribbon to my layout, ribbon to my paper. Now I do not want to use a hot glue gun for that or any kind of glue. It's pretty easy when we use this double-sided tape. Now this one is a gross grain ribbon. You can even use satin ribbons or anything whichever is already there in your stash. I'm leaving a little bit on the side so that later on I can cut it as per my requirement. If you want, you can always cut it beforehand also. Time to put some flowers. So let me start arranging the flowers and see where all I can arrange them. I do not want too many flowers, but since it's a baby layout, so flowers definitely look good. My sheet is looking a little watery, you can see, but that will dry in some time. I have done coloring off screen where I stamped using Tubby Craft black ink. And here what I stamped, colored using my Copic markers and then fussy cut it. Let's start doing the placement here. There are these sentiments in the stamp set. There are 4 sentiments altogether with 4 images. I have used all images. I stamped them on a separate sheet and colored them. Now it's time to put the sentiments. You can always have one sentiment on the layout also. I like putting more sentiments when it's layout because that looks more catchy and you can read more on the layout. So my first sentiment here it goes, let me love you a little more before you are not little anymore. This looks good. So the main image was that baby boy which I kept in the center, and I knew where all I need to do the stamping. So first I'll do the stamping because once I attach the image to the layout, it would be difficult to do the stamping over it. So I'm using these 3 sentiments, bundle of joy, box of happiness, and that longer one, let me love you. So in this triangle style, I have put all the sentiments here. Now it's time to arrange the rest of the images. I'm using double-sided tape to arrange all the images on the layout so that they can pop out a little and they look good. You can always use clear glue or anything you want to adhere them. So I have these square double-sided foams. They are pretty easy to use, so they're always very handy, I would say. Along with all that, I thought I can put a small wooden embellishment. I had this in my stash again, so I would suggest people when you're making layouts, you can definitely pull things out of your stash. Next is these enamel dots. I'm trying to just finish the layout, so to add extra charm to the layout and some interest, let's finish it up with enamel dots. So you can see it's looking very cute, very nice. It's time to trim the sides which I left earlier, the ribbons or anything, whatever is coming out from that area which you do not want, just trim it off. Okay, now it's looking complete, good. It's a little wet, but that will dry over time. As I said, I did not want to use heat tool on that. So maybe later let it dry at room temperature. I have put all the enamel dots and it's looking pretty complete. That is how it looks when you get it closer. This is my complete layout with all the materials. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for liking, subscribe. Bye-bye.